Hey, everybody, and happy Sunday. We are here today. It's Unsealed on December 20th, 2020, trying out even more new technology because it's our favorite thing. It's Steve's favorite thing. Yeah, if we actually just did this in my office, then I'd have it all set up like
I just
normal.
like going with you.
Yeah, well, I do too.
Yeah.
So this is going to be this is going to be just like how I normally do my Facebook Lives. So we can actually both see the questions right here.
Mm-hmm.
So drop in a question, say hi, or tell us what you're doing on this.
F you or whatever you want to say.
Well, I don't think Chris watches our show anymore.
Probably not. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Our first comment. Of course, Scott is here from California. He says hi and Merry Christmas. Yep. I have my own. Yes, I see you've got my hat on. Pippi had his Santa hat on for a little while there. Look at that. You look less festive now. Yeah. 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 Although that reminds me of
well, this son of a bitch is like hot as hell. So here, you want to wear it?
Sure.
Here, you wear it. I'm gonna switch back to the normal person hat.
Are you gonna crown me? Aw, look at how sweet I look. I look all sweet.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Oh, I did yeah. Anyway. Oh, I was thinking of like I usually have to mirror the screen because of using a phone, right. But see how it already mirrors the screen for us, so you can read words. Yeah, it's magical.
Words.
You know, you should teach kids words. Yeah. All right. So what are you drinking today, Steve?
Oh, the huge.
The huge. I'm gonna crack open a chelada here. So this is what I buy, you guys. If I'm too lazy to make it myself, I just buy it.
Which is usually.
Well, it's just easy. Yeah, it's just easy. It just depends because it's kind of a lot of ingredients. You know how I started drinking these actually was going golfing because I was a Bloody Mary drinker.
Right.
And so I was introduced to these.
You can't get that on the.
Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult. I mean, it's
course.
Just right. It's just a little more difficult. So instead. Pulled out a chelada and it was just like perfectly refreshing. And Pippi thinks Pippi, would you like to say hi? There's Pippi. Pippi was wearing the Santa costume earlier, but he didn't really want to stay in his Santa costume.
What you do is torture your cat on the side.
I always have. I have 20 plus years of
cat torture skills.
No, it started back with Ryoki way, many years ago, 20 years ago. And I knitted this ridiculous like Christmas sweater with like red, white, and green yarn. And I kind of made it into a cat sweater and it became a tradition. So obviously having black cats, I never knew I'd be like the crazy black cat lady, but.
So what's new this week rather than talking about cats?
Okay. But people like cat videos. Actually, you want to know what's new?
What?
We have a date.
Ooh.
We have a date before y'all get too excited. Not you and I. We all collectively have a date for the Cars Racing Show. The response has been so overwhelming that people were like, hey, this was great. We want to do it again. So January 8th, 2022, it's more than a year away. And, it's going to be really nice to plan a trade show a year in advance rather than 2.5 months. Yeah. It'll be so much better. Yeah. And so I'm really looking forward to all of the things that are going to be involved with that.
That'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
We should plan like a auction parts expo sometime in February maybe. Don't you think?
No.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Just stop it already.
At the Hickory Convention Center?
Stop.
Wouldn't that be freaking awesome? I mean, I have a date picked out.
One thing at a time. One event at a time.
And we do it this year, not next year. So
one thing at a time.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Play with my hat here for a second. So tell me, how's everything been for you? How's your week been?
Completely insane. Yeah, I've got 30 engines sitting on the floor right now. So.
Wow. I mean, you should really just start like a whole.
And that's what's sitting on the floor. That doesn't not include what we have to do new stuff.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, that's a total vlog situation where it's like 30 engines in 30 days. 30 days to a new you.
That means That means I got to put one together a day, and Alex needs to pull apart a bunch, and yeah,
You can
that would
do
be an
it.
event.
You can do it.
Mhm.
Actually, I'll tell you what I am going to do.
What?
I am taking off from December 23rd because that's the day before Christmas Eve.
Yep.
And we've got family stuff going on. So I will be taking off from December 23rd until January 3rd for Crate Insider.
I think it's a good idea.
Well, and I'm really not working. I mean, I'm going to be working, but what I really need to do is plan so many things.
No, you're talking total closure, like no shipping and nothing.
I mean, we might ship some stuff, and that's up to you guys. But as far as like the phone and the email,
it's
like
off.
all of that is just you're just gonna get like voicemail and. Hey everybody, we are back, and this time we're in my office where Facebook Live always works. I in
your janky ass internet.
I know. There's like this one little spot in this townhouse that
we can literally be outside on the deck.
I know. I'm fully aware.
Yeah.
Dude, I totally know.
Welcome to small town friendly.
Yeah, but you know what I'm going to do is now that we're on a computer with dual monitors and all the things, it means that I can probably look at the questions that we had previously. Yeah. But hopefully we'll get some folks joining us and
re-ask the questions or whatever.
Yeah, sorry about that. You know, things happen.
Yeah,
things happen. Yeah, well, you do what you got to do. There we go. Cameron's back again. Hey there. And I'm going to take a look at I'm trying to find the questions, you guys. All right, so Ronnie has a question.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian thinks it's too many adult beverages.
Well, no.
Not for me.
Not today.
This was my very first one.
See.
I think I'm gonna get Steve a My Pillow for Christmas.
Yeah, I need one.
Me too. I was actually trying to shop for a My Pillow for you, but then it had medium and firm, and I didn't know which kind of pillow you would want.
Medium.
Okay. All right. So Ronnie says, "Hey Steve, I have a question. In our rules here in Oregon, it says street stocks have a 3,300 pound minimum weight, but then it says if you're running 602 crate motor, you can be 3,100 pounds. Why is that?" I can answer that.
What's the other engine option?
I'm guessing it has more horsepower.
I mean, yeah, I would imagine so, but I'd like to see what the rules are for it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. To me, like 200-pound weight break is like huge, always. So
you'd probably go with the weight break,
just depending on what the other engine option is.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I like that.
I know there's like a lot of series that do like, weight break.
Oh, it says the other one is a 355.
355, like built engine or whatever.
I'm assuming. So.
Yeah, I mean from what I've seen, like on the Neesmith street stock kind of deal, like where they got a built engine with like a 2-barrel. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, that 602 pretty much dominates.
Yeah, well, especially because the other one is crippled with having a 2-barrel carburetor.
Yeah, piece of shit, 2 barrels.
So I mean, I guess if it was me and that was my choices, then I'd go with having a 4-barrel carburetor because we know that the.
I'm still fucking with this goddamn.
Okay. Are you happy now?
Sort of.
I feel like I'm sitting next to Goldilocks right now because the share's too high or it's too low or it's. I'm getting a look. I got a look. I see Jim's back and Chris is back from Canada. We're international.
We are.
Yeah. And and there's more questions. Yes. Oh, Paul says that your beer looks yummy.
It actually tastes good right now.
Yeah.
Especially with our technical difficulties.
I know. It's
cussing and aggravation.
Technical difficulty Sunday. Yeah. But we got Christmas spirit though.
That's how we roll.
Yeah.
You do.
Well, yeah, I do. You do too. You were even wearing the Santa hat earlier.
Well, yeah, it's too hot though.
Yeah, well, I find it. I'm perfect. Look here's my shirt. Scrappy is the new perfect.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. That's my new well, usually I say done is better than perfect.
Mine just says rush.
Rush, but you know what I really love? But you know what I really love about that sweatshirt, because I've got one too,
They're so warm.
is standing for America.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because of course it has that double meaning of standing for America, and we are about American as it gets. You know, you could, if you wanted to, there's a MAGA hat right over there you could put on.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them. Should we give one away on the show today?
That would be kind of fun.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah.
You should do that.
I totally should. I have a second one over there, don't I?
I just saw the one, but
okay.
There you go.
Yeah, let's give away a MAGA hat today. Of course, we don't know how relevant this is going to be.
Wait, there's 2 of them there, right? Or is it just the one?
That's just one.
Okay.
That's just one. So I think we should do, we normally what we do is a random number generator giveaway, and I just kind of count up how many comments there are, and then I just kind of random. So let's type in MAGA if you want to win the MAGA hat, and I will send that out to you.
Yeah.
It's brand spanking new. I mean, look at that. I like that with the American flag on it. I hadn't noticed that before. I think it's got I thought some of them had like 44s on them, or 45s, whatever they are. Yeah.
And there's like no made in China thing anymore. I'm looking for it.
Well, there's a tag in the inside. I would like to know where
I'm looking at the tag.
There's a tag.
Oh,
no, that's the American flag. Okay.
They're smart enough to not put a tag in it.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way.
So I see Niels here says, "What's up?" Fred says, "Steve is such a diva. He is such a diva.
Totally.
He really is. He is." Let's see. Oh, Tom says, "Is your flat bottom crate breather really make a difference on power?"
On billet center section carburetors, absolutely 100%.
Yep.
You'll see 5 to 7 horsepower over a drop base. On something that's like an old style, HP style center section, you'll see about 3. On something that's got to run a choke horn, really you see nothing. So.
Yeah. And he says also how tall is the base off of the carb? It's about 2 1/4 inches.
It raises about 2 1/4 inches.
Yep. Oh, I guess we got a bunch of people that they're interested in the MAGA hat here.
Well, I would be too.
Neil says the wife and kids just test drove the new Bromax from Crate Insider.
How'd that work out?
God, I love my Bromax pit bike, you guys. I seriously love my Bromax pit bike. I hope they love it as much as I do. I know Neil got the bike from me.
Yep.
At the show there. So
didn't Neil like crash and burn?
No, that was a Wesley that crashed and burned.
Wesley crashed and burned?
Yeah, okay. Not a huge surprise.
I thought Neil was like, because he's not he's not super small, so I think he had like a knee handlebar issue.
Oh yeah, he did have a knee handlebar issue. Yeah, and he's gonna get some modifications. He's gonna pimp his ride. Yep, pimp his ride for sure. Cameron says he's on I-10 headed eastbound in Alabama, going to the house coming from the Vault Christmas party.
There you go.
Yeah, it sounds like Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down. That was a great TV show, by the way.
I know you liked that one.
It was one of my favorites.
Okay, Tom says thanks. Oh, Neil says I did fall. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I had your back.
But it was a short fall, which is
well, yeah, because the bike is this far off the ground.
Always good when we're older.
Yeah. Kevin's joining us from Valdosta, Georgia. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in or here.
Or if you want a hat, just put
MAGA. Yeah. And usually I have Alex in the office helping me with this, and I don't, but I will. So. But that's okay. I have computer power today, which is really good because I'm all about like my dual monitors and my random number generator and all that good stuff. So we'll end that pretty soon. Tell us what are you drinking today? I would love to know what other people are drinking today. If people drink along with us, I'm kind of curious. Yeah. I don't know if we.
I don't know. It's freaking Sunday. What are you gonna do on Sunday other than drink? So.
I don't know. I mean, for me, it's been. You guys cannot see the train wreck of my office right now, but I'm rearranging all the things on the walls.
Pretty bad.
Oh, it's bad. It is so bad. I have half a trade show between. Yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of things that are gonna find new homes. Yeah. So. We're in the find new homes stage of things. Yeah. I do have stuff everywhere. Yeah. But it is what it is. So
I see your goals on the wall here. It says goals. Crate Insider 1 million sales. 2020.
Yeah, I got close.
Are we close?
We're close. Yeah, not quite there.
Okay.
Yeah. So either I need to sell more or it needs to be
or have less COVID. Less COVID would probably help.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, it was there were some challenges this year, not just because of the COVID, but also so COVID kind of put a whole wrench in the whole deal, but then it picked up like never before, which was crazy. But then we had supply chain issues.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like push and pull and push and pull.
See what other secret shit I can like talk about.
Trying to get one of my secrets? You think I'm dumb enough to put secrets on the wall?
You got a wish list.
Yeah, I do have a wish list on there. One of those is a catalog because I get at least 2 or 3 calls a week asking if I have a catalog. Yeah, I think that's on there. It's going to be the stuff there. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's see here. We've got some more questions here.
Yeah.
Shannon asked if there was a lot of that going on in crate racing. I got to kind of refer back to.
Yeah, I might not have missed that. Like the.
Yeah, because we were talking about the 383 earlier on before we got cut off.
Yeah, there's not, because like I was saying earlier, which everybody probably missed because
we don't know
cut
when
out
we were on
our
or not.
janky ass internet.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that there is, because number one, like that asshole that was like advertising that engine, those seals are just so. I mean, like I said, Ray Charles or freaking Stevie Wonder could see those as being fake. So, like, that means if a guy goes to a racetrack for a legitimate race, I mean, he's getting tossed immediately. So, yeah, I don't see where, I mean, there are several series that have done some things this year, like Crate Racing USA, like, for instance, they got rid of bolted engines. So no more GM bolt-sealed engines, which is about freaking time.
Yeah, I agree.
And I know Russia's doing that next year.
That's so good.
So I think it's one of the best things you can
possibly do. I think it's the way to go. And
you're not going to fake the seals that they've got, is what I'm getting at.
Right. Well,
I mean, somebody would probably try to do it.
Yeah.
But it's going to be some janky. That's the word of the day.
It is totally janky.
So you're going to have like some janky ass seal.
Yeah.
That it's just going to get caught. So no, I don't see that as being prevalent in crate racing. Now, I think like some podunk track in, I don't know, I hate to call out a state, but let's say put some podunk track in Arkansas, who the tech man says it's got to be a crate engine, but you're running against limiteds. You know, it's like it has to appear like one. Yeah, there's probably a lot of that going on in places like that. But if you go to a series type race, anything that pays any money, no. Yeah. That shit's not passing.
Now, did you comment on it at all? Because like Dave is asking, hey Steve, did you and Alex get the 383-604 problem fixed that was posted for sale on Facebook?
Well, there was no fixing anything. Some asshole put the 383 on there that he was advertising as a 383, and it had like our valve cover decals on there. So no, I didn't fix shit.
Because that's
everybody knows me, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
And our stuff, honestly, wins like all the big races. Yeah. Not bragging, but we really do.
You might as well brag.
And everything's called legal all the time. So I'm not worried about that. Just
I'm so sorry.
Some dipshit motherfucker wants to be an asshole on Facebook and post that shit. Then
I'm so sorry. I'm just thinking of like hendren racing engines, barely legal.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm kind of giving myself away.
So I wasn't too worried about it. That kind of stuff doesn't get to me. I mean, yeah, I could have commented on it, but if I'd have commented on it, it would have been like one of my 2 a.m. comments, so probably not the best thing.
Does that mean that you've been hanging out with me too long, whereas like if we ignore it and like we don't give light to the negativity, that we don't give it any power?
Oh, like the trade show stuff?
Yeah. Stop it, yes, like that.
Like where we need to have an expo in February? Because I picked a date out that we need to like do a auction thing at Hickory.
Yeah, there's that. Like that, yeah. Yeah, because what's interesting in North Carolina.
This fucking chair sucks.
I mean, do you want to get, I have another chair there. I have 2 more I have 1 more in the hallway, another one downstairs. I have one.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I can deal with it for another hour.
Okay. All right. So Tori says, amazing assistant Tori says, I love how you take time to celebrate, aim for success, work hard, and play nice. Take time to make it happen. I play nice. I really do. It's hard sometimes. So that is my challenge. My challenge sometimes.
Tori, by the way, is now internationally famous.
She is internationally famous. So here it is.
Thanks to me.
I'm talking on the phone with a racer from Australia, and we're talking about like working out the shipping because like the site always like I mean, the difference between shipping, between what the site says, like $600 in shipping, versus like, postal service being like $72 in shipping. But anyway, so I'm talking to an Australian customer, and I said, yeah, I'll have my assistant take a look at the shipping. He goes, you mean slow assistant Tori? I said, no, not slow assistant Tori, amazing assistant
And
Tori.
that was only coined last week.
I know, you're so bad.
After her, half-hour venture to the room before we were going to
you
bed.
left out the part where she actually had to rearrange the whole hotel reservations because I wasn't on site. Oh, yeah, there's that. Well, you sat in the car smoking cigarettes, waiting to go have a beer.
I smoked one.
Wow.
Did
you nurse it?
I could have smoked 4.
Did you nurse it?
That's all I'm saying. I could have smoked 4.
Oh.
I was like Jonesing for another one.
Poor you.
I know.
Poor you. Feeling so bad for you right now.
Yeah, sure.
So bad. All right. Let's see. Now, Mikey says, if you're going to give up my secrets, he says, did Hendren Racing Engines have good business in 2020?
Yeah. And it's not over. So.
It's never over. It's never over.
Yeah. It's not over for another week. But, yeah, no, it was like pretty sporty.
Yep. Susie is wishing us a very Merry Christmas. And Bob says, don't look, I will be leaving Atlanta. And let's see, who else we got here? Got lots of mega. Oh, Dave says, Natty Light, 100%. Have I told the Natty Daddy story yet?
Yeah, you've told the Natty Daddy story.
Okay.
Before. Yeah, I do drink natural lights on occasion.
Yeah.
Usually we go to pool parties at my friend's house, and that's what pretty much everybody brings. Because, I mean, honestly, on a hot summer day with a cold-ass Natty Light, it's not bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So.
Is it also cheaper it's cheaper than Bud Light, right?
Oh, absolutely. Tastes the same. So.
It reminds me of high school, and we'd get the Stroh's 30-pack.
Oh, God.
No, there was way worse beer when I was a kid.
Well, I know. The first time I got drunk was Milwaukee's Best. So.
Oh, my God. No, it's worse than that?
It was sitting in my friend's trunk at school all day.
God, that's horrible. But you know what is still worse than that?
What?
Keystone.
I drank some Keystone when I was in Pittsburgh.
Well, I mean...
The whole Gunn family, they were like, they had the whole...
Well, maybe it's changed.
Pallets of Keystone there at their bonfire. And, yeah, beggars can't be choosers sometimes, so...
Well, maybe it's
Don't
changed.
be a beer snob.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's changed in 30 years.
Stop being a beer snob.
Well, you know what? Talk about being a beer snob. The beer to try right now is Yingling Hershey's.
Oh, that's just...
Oh, my God. So good. So good.
And there's like some peanut butter whiskey or some shit.
Apparently, and I haven't tried it yet.
Like you drop it in there and like do it kind of like an Irish carb bomb kind of deal, but
yeah,
it tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Man, but I think some salted caramel whiskey, a shot of that with the Yingling Hershey's.
Oh,
I think. Oh man,
right.
epic. Why didn't you bring any over Yingling Hershey's? What's wrong with you?
I should have got that for the not Christmas party.
Yeah, the friends and the family.
Yeah, we're not doing. Yeah, it's not.
We usually do a really big Christmas party, but we can't.
I am doing free estimates that day for anybody who needs a race engine.
And everything's always for sale from CrateInsider.
Well, we are a retail store.
We are a retail store.
We fall under the whole,
Well, a lot of people asked us how we were able to make the trade show happen. One, we have a really awesome convention center. And
who stuck up for you?
Yeah, they did. And secondly,
some asshole tried to shut it down.
Yeah, even though that was the case. But the only two convention centers that are operating in North Carolina currently are Hickory and Raleigh. They're the two that are operating. Yep. And all retail sales have been deemed, I guess.
Essential.
Yeah, I guess the essential thing kind of went away a little bit, but the way I ended up explaining it was like a farmer's market, but with specialty auto parts instead of food. So that's how we were able to do the trade show. In case you want some secrets for that.
For any expos out there?
Yeah.
I still think February. Like, what are those dates I gave you?
I'm guessing it's probably my birthday.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. My birthday. Cameron says, Steve, being the smart man you are.
I don't know about that, but okay.
I mean, seriously, his head is not going to be able to fit in the room very soon here. Did you learn anything super new that stands out the most for Crate 604 motors this year?
No.
slacker.
No. I mean, yeah, no, not really. I mean, there's some stuff that like, here recently. Okay, so about 3 weeks ago, I guess, we had 4 brand new 604s in the shop that we took apart because we blueprinted them all out of the box, and all 4 had Federal Mogul race bearings from GM.
This is a good thing to talk about, yeah.
So I actually started. First thing I did was like call a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
Racing series I deal with, other engine builders that I'm friends with and stuff like that, and nobody'd seen it. So I'm like, wow, I guess we're the first ones to get some. Now, is this an anomaly or is it like the new normal?
God, did you have to say that? Band phrases of 2020, new normal.
So it took about 2 weeks, honestly. And, of course, GM, the higher-ups knew jack shit about it because they never do. Because that's how GM functions, you know.
Well, I mean, when you get those big companies, it's difficult.
So, like, nobody higher up knew anything about it. They said, oh, no, that's impossible. That can't be. So I took video of us taking one apart and, like, I sent photos to everybody. And so now it's been determined that the new normal from GM is the engines come with Federal Mogul race bearings.
Okay.
So that's what when you buy one from GM, that's what you're going to get now. And which is great because it's a way better bearing than the piece of shit they had before. That they actually ended up copying to the fact that they had some troubles out of. But at any rate, it's a better bearing. But that's like the newest thing that we've learned.
Yeah.
That's what's kind of going on. And from here forward, any racing series that goes by GM spec manual, that bearing will be legal.
That's good to know.
But it'll be, you can use a Federal Mogul race bearing, like in a rebuild, but you cannot use like a Cleveite or a, King or something like that race bearing. But the old passenger car style bearings, that's still legal too. So.
Okay.
And
great.
I mean, it's raised the cost on rebuilds a little bit if you want to go that route. But I mean, we had plenty of success with the, standard type bearings we used for years. So.
Well, I mean, if everybody's the same. Now, is there any performance advantage to
No,
the Federal
not at all.
Mogul? I mean, because that's always, one thing I really missed this year from PRI is my 5 to 10 minutes that I spend with Bill Martins from Chevrolet Performance. And we usually talk about whatever rumors or things that are going on. Yeah. Half the time, there's the rumor going around that like GM's going to shut down the Crate program. That's every year. So we always talk about that. But then we talk about any new developments.
Kind of become the standing joke every year. But
yeah,
no. But anyways, the whole race bearing thing is like a real deal, and that's going to be standard on all. Or all 604s.
Yeah.
602s, we have not seen that yet.
Okay.
So I assume 602 is going to remain with the standard passenger car style bearing.
Good deal. See, isn't this so much easier with where you can see the comments and everything like all on the screen without having to have like 15 different devices?
Well, it's so much easier when you actually got fucking internet.
Well, it is. That too. So Wesley says, hello to Kate and Steve. Enjoyed being part of the Cars show and look forward to seeing you on Wednesday for the Hendren Racing Engines business Christmas party.
It's not a party. It's a retail event. It's a not party. It's a retail event.
And you can come and get your engine quote.
Yeah, you can get your engine quote, and I will give you a receipt and or a quote before you leave, so you're not like tied to the 10 o'clock curfew.
There you go. Love you all. All right. So let's see. Oh, and pauses. That was us. Matt says, I'm just coming to get my motor, not a Christmas party.
Yeah, well,
I hope you come down on Wednesday, Matt. Now, I'm going to...
It'll actually be done tomorrow, so...
Well, I'm going to give a little shout out to Matt, and I'm going to drop in a link here, because one thing, when I mentioned way earlier in the first part of this whole... Facebook Live thing is the whole idea of having multiple businesses. is that now my business, of course, is Crate Insider and Kate Dillon and Winning Motorsports Marketing and the Racing Insiders podcast. But I'm also involved with the Race Logic chassis schools. And Matt Henderson is, of course, he really organized the whole Crate late model class.
Yep.
And one thing that happened...
he's going to be a motivational speaker there.
Yes, he is, and so are you. So one thing that's happening...
I still have no clue what I'm going to talk about, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I think everybody knows that when they're dealing with Steve Hendren, is that you do you. So, that's part of, what I'm going to do in the break is, make my hotel reservations and get all my equipment set up and stuff. But now that class is sold out. But one thing that happened today is I went ahead and put up the pre-registrations for the online versions of these. Yeah. And so you can check that out, if you guys want to. And it's
going to be a valuable deal.
So much.
And it's taking place at CVR, right?
Well, in that general area. Yeah. I don't think it's actually at their shop. I think it's a slightly different location. But CVR is certainly involved with all of that. And Matt's been instrumental in organizing that, along with, of course, Brian Littleton, who is the owner of Race Logic. But since I help on the digital end and I do I'm actually the one doing all the recording, and I'll be bringing Alex.
Recording?
Yep, recording. If you said new normal, I can make up words.
Recording.
I'm doing all the recording. I'm probably bringing...
The michelada's going to your head, isn't it?
A little bit. Yeah, you didn't even bring me any food. What the hell? What's wrong with you? And so we got a few of those this year. So there's going to be, the first one is the Crate late model class, and the second one, the following weekend, is I'll be in Woodstock, Georgia, at High Roller Chassis with Justin McCree, and we'll be doing a Race Logic street stock class.
Well, you did that last year, and that
turned out to be
a pretty badass
It
deal.
really did, and I know, being there with Alex, your son, even though he's a Crate late model driver,
it helps.
He learned a ton.
Absolutely.
Talking about the Spring Smasher and stuff. Yep. And then in mid-February, I'm going to head to Nebraska to go to a IMCA stock car chassis school. Mm-hmm. So I got 3 of these coming up, and that's part of my planning and organizing and all of the things. We call it all of the things in my office. Yeah, so if you race any of all of those things, then these classes are phenomenal. Well, it's just like a super studded class of professionals. It's you and Matt Henderson, Ben Baker from AFCO, Dave Hammond will come down from Hammond Motorsports. You're big in this chassis setup plates. I love those.
Yeah, no, believe it or not, I do know actually a little bit about race cars, so there's that too. But
1 or 2 things.
1 or 2 things.
I just know
nothing like what they know, but
I just know smart.
So people. I'm gonna be there learning as well, is what I'm getting at.
Hey, you know what? There's always an opportunity to learn. Most of my life is just learning. Of course, digital marketing is my gig.
There's not a whole lot to learn on the engine thing. So it's an engine, and it goes vroom vroom, and pretty much everything else is like the setup of the race car. So I think my portion is gonna be probably not. It'll be somewhat small, I would say.
I don't think you come to anything. You are larger than life, Steve Hendren. You need your own zip code sometimes.
For my head?
Yep, exactly.
Well, yeah,
Kevin's
I'm a race car driver and engine builder, so it's like total Type A personality shit.
Yep. Kevin's asking how much are your 602 engines.
Like 602s that we just do the top end work on, you're basically looking at what is it? 46, yeah. $4,600.
Okay.
Which is what we do to most of them, it's just the top end. I haven't found it to be cost effective to get it in the bottom end on the new ones.
Sorry, that just sounded weird. Thank you, Super Steve, is what Cameron says. Jim's asking, now of course Jim's here, he's an engine builder as well, and he says, when do you think we will see a bulletin from GM on the bearing?
That was supposed to be like 2 weeks ago. Fucking idiots. They have yet, I don't know. Getting the wheels in motion there is like, I don't know what to compare it to.
It's like 6 degrees of separation.
It's
so when I make a decision, that can be done in the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Period. Because there's no tiers of
Well, I mean, I heard a story from a very reliable source this week, or this last week at the trade show. I won't name names, but it was a very reliable source that GM's like 2021 catalog. They printed the shit, shipped it to everybody, and then told everybody send them all back, because apparently they used a couple photos that were not that were copyrighted, that the copyright or the person that owned the photos like didn't want them to use.
Oh my gosh!
So rather than just pay that person, they recalled all the catalogs. So that's kind of how this whole shit works with GM.
Well, I just try to make sure that I pay way close attention to any of the...
It's unbelievable.
Any of the, like, map pricing and that type of thing.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, I think it's good, too, that we can... I'm looking at our hat deals right here, and I see that I've already drawn a number here. Yep. A lot.
Did you draw a number?
I did. So Spencer Knight Scooter. Spencer, if you would, you're Spencer Knight Scooter. You are the winner of the Make America Great Again hat right here. So if you are, just go ahead and send Crate Insider a private message when we're done with this video, and we'll get that sent out to you.
Yep.
Good. I've been wanting to do, something with my mega hats. Now I see Derek McGrew is on here. Now Derek, I met him at the Cars Racing Show, and I believe it's his son that's racing, and they've got their hashtag Race Life for Real, but they also brought in someone who was doing some video. They're doing some really great things. Derek's doing some great things on his page.
Cool.
So I'm just going to do a little shout out for him. So Derek McGrew, very nice to meet you. Really enjoyed that. And his son is in a big block modified up north and came down from that area of the country. I'm not sure if he's...
Merry Christmas from Scorpion Raceway, though.
Oh, fantastic. Well, Nigel is in Australia.
Yep.
So, yeah, well, Merry Christmas, Nigel. I've actually been on Nigel's podcast. It was,
oh, cool.
And it was super funny because he calls it like on the couch. And so he was like, I had Kate Dillon on the couch this week, and he like messaged me to like apologize and like, dude, I can take it.
Dude, I have yet to have anyone that will send me a freaking carton of VB beer.
Oh, that's
Holy
right.
Shit. Nothing showed up.
That's right.
So,
I forgot about
Nigel,
that. Because I found it.
Think about me.
I found it.
Think about me.
I found it in America.
Where?
I mean, you're a Google search away, dude.
Seriously. That shit has not been available here forever.
So, I don't know. I
don't believe you.
You can either have VB or a MyPillow for...
I want VB. There's like no... I can live with... I will have back pain and neck pain for the rest of my life if I can get it. Just a carton of fucking VB for Christ's
Oh my God. So what is it? Victoria Bitters beer, right? Look at this. Watch this. Google search away.
Bitter, not bitters.
Well, whatever. USA, Victoria Bitter, where to buy beer near me. Yes, I'm 21. I'm a drinker. There we go. So Victoria Bitter and let's see, Carlton and United Breweries. I don't know. Anyway, I found it on my phone. It really wasn't that hard.
Right. Okay. Right.
And Bob, I know, has been struggling with cancer, and Bob, I know that's a tough journey, and he's saying right here they gave him any day to 6 months.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Bob, I'm really sorry to hear that. We're certainly sending our best wishes and love your way.
Absolutely.
Really, really sucks. Let's see. James says, Steve, is there going to be a new series for the CT525? What's the latest with fuel?
Not that I've heard of. I mean, I haven't heard of any new series. Of course, a lot of times, I'll be honest, we get so busy that I'm blind to like the new information or new series or stuff like that. I mean,
my God, they pop up like weeds. I swear to God.
They do. They all over the place. So I don't know. I hope there is. I mean, that CT525 is a freaking awesome engine.
Honestly,
especially since they've cured all their explodey problems with them.
Well, and who's been really instrumental in really developing that engine, or developing the communication for series to get going with that engine, is Don Blackshear.
Oh yeah,
he's from Pace Performance. He has done one heck of a job.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Right. So I think we're going to see more of that, like in sprint car classes. And of course, I need some more information from you on like doing our 525 recommendations. I'd like to.
Yeah, I need to come up with something, honestly.
Well, and I think the more that we put the information out there,
there's just not a lot. Like the 525 is just, such a plug-and-play engine. I mean, literally. I mean, there's just not, like, recommendations for it. It's not like a 604 where you, like, you know, you need to follow this, you know, guideline to make the thing actually run.
Right. I mean, I get that.
525s are pretty.
I get that.
Pretty neat.
But, you know, I mean, it would be good to know, okay, so the steam line kit or whatever on the top, and what's the best fuel, what's the best fuel pump to run, and, you know, what are you doing for front drives on these? Like, all of that would be really helpful information for us to have on the Crate Insider end of things. So you're failing me over here, Steve.
No, my freaking shoulder blade's, like, killing me.
I've got, like, a little hammer. That
I mean, it literally feels like I've been shot right here. It's like going, oh my.
Well, my gun's right over there.
Yeah, no, we're not going
to
get the get the Glock out.
No, I've done it before, but not while I'm drinking.
You with the Glock's pretty scary, so.
I love my Glock. It has a cute little stand that even says Glock on it. Most of my tank tops are Glocks. It's on the floor right now because I'm reorganizing that shelf. Matt says Steve is selling himself short. If he tells us valve spring life and maintenance, that will be more than most of us know. Yeah, that's truth. That's the truth right there.
Yeah, there's no rocket science to any of that stuff. So.
Okay, Dave says that's not a bearing roll for that $4,600. That would be on that 602. What's a bearing roll?
I have no clue what a bearing roll is.
I don't know what a bearing roll is either. And Nigel says he's gonna have to organize it and get you some Victoria bitters. I have
or some Carlton Cold or like some of the old school good shit that I used to drink when I lived over there. So.
Gosh, man. I wonder if it's going to turn your hair like a different color. If it's going to be like your Just for Men, but the beer version.
It's probably why I still have hair. Honestly.
You do have a full head of hair. I'm going to give you that.
100%. I mean, it's a little bit ratty right now because I've got hat hair, but yeah, no, I'll never go bald. But I've got no arm hairs because of the freaking American Indian blood in me. I've got literally no arm hair, no leg hair. So.
Wow.
I should have been a swimmer.
You totally should have been.
When you had to shave.
Okay, Dave says rods and main bearings. What he means by a bearing roll. Rods and main bearings. And the 602.
I don't know why you do that to a new one. I mean,
yeah, you wouldn't do that to a new one.
Like brand new one. I mean, they're.
Because even if
I haven't had any bottom end failures on a 602. So.
Right. Well, and if you were to switch stuff out, you'd be just switching out the stuff for exactly the same thing as you already have in it.
Yeah, I mean, I know we are allowed to use aftermarket bearings in every series.
Oh, okay.
But they have to be, like in the 602, they have to be a passenger car bearing. Mm. Where the 604s now we can use a race bearing.
Okay.
602s we can't.
Gotcha. So. Well, I'm glad you
rules, damn freaking rules.
Yeah, I got an email today when somebody's like, "Have you published your rules yet for the something and another series?" And I was for this class, and I was like, I don't actually make rules. Like I just aggregate
You're just a
all
rule
the
follower?
rules. No, I just aggregate them. Like I don't run a series, so I guess they looked up something, and I was page 1 on Google.
Yeah.
So they made them.
Somebody's looking forward to the car show.
All right. Oh, Erica, Merry Christmas from all of us at Rainmaker Race Cars. Looking forward to the Cars Racing Show. Loved meeting you and your husband, Erica, and Rainmaker Race Cars. I got to tell you the story about why.
650 or 750 carburetor? 650, if it's a billet center section.
Well, I got to tell you about Rainmaker Race Cars. So you know why their name is Rainmaker?
You told me that, yeah, last week.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You might not have told the crowd here, but.
Well, because other people were crying with that had a Rainmaker race car.
What do I have to do to get one of them Rush?
What do I have to do to get one of them Rush goodies?
I assume it's a hoodie, but since you're best friends with Vicky, then she'll hook you up.
Yeah, and I know Ted is really good friends with Vicky. Yeah, absolutely. Kevin says, do you sell new or rebuild engines?
Both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's you.
Yeah.
On the Crate Insider side, I just do new stuff, so I don't rebuild. I mean, you do all rebuilding things, and for now, I just have your just straight up GM videos.
PAL 5.8 spacer.
Well, let's keep in mind, Steve, we're doing a podcast, so people, not everybody
can
read the
questions.
All right,
yeah, we'll go ahead and read it.
So, Steve, 5/8 inch or a 1-inch spacer?
I prefer the 5/8 primarily because it makes the exact same top end power, but it makes more low end torque.
And we're talking about specifically about a 604.
If we're talking a 604, yes.
Yeah. Now on a 602,
I prefer the spacer that HVH makes that's got the center divider in.
And we call that a 1-inch spacer for a dual plane intake manifold.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So that's our preferred spacer.
604 5/8.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the 1/2 inch. There's literally no difference between the 1/2 inch and the 5/8. I prefer the 5/8.
Well, and they had one that was really like 1 inch, but it had 1/2 inch of it going into the intake manifold. But then it was outlawed in literally every single series. Well, I was gonna say. I mean, I was just saying that it was something that was out there, and then it's not anymore. Yeah, gotcha. So I'm just gonna ask you a question. What's your favorite like Christmas food? When you think of like traditional Christmas and Christmas food,
not turkey.
What do you think of? Not turkey? You're not a turkey guy?
No, I like a good roast beef or something.
Roast beef?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Not ham.
No, I hate ham. Ham's disgusting. It's like horrible.
Wow. Okay.
Ham's gross.
Weird. Okay. I was just curious. Random question.
Yeah, roast beef.
Okay.
Or a good old Boston Bud or something like that, you know.
Sorry. Kale says apple pie or grain.
Apple pie.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're talking moonshine. Now I get it. No, what I prefer is the damn blueberry I'm fixing to get from my friend Mark.
Secret source.
From my secret source, Mark, who's bringing it down from East Tennessee this week, or tomorrow, actually. I'll have like a whole case tomorrow, so.
I'm just going to tell you, if you ever want anybody to keep a secret, don't tell Steve Hendren. I'm just saying.
I'm not like, I didn't rat nobody out. I mean, it's not like the highway patrol's going to be like staking him out on his way down here.
License plate number. He drives a. Kevin says, what about some deer meat? Kevin, I'd be all about that. I haven't had deer for a long time.
I'm not a fan.
Well, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. So I prefer the old, the cow.
I actually watched a YouTube video last night, and the video was about what do Germans eat for like Christmas dinner, and it wasn't anything that we would expect here.
Probably a lot of fucking sauerkraut.
No, sauerkraut was not on that list.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, in some places, it seems like they just didn't really make that big a deal out of it. But like the lady.
Well, didn't we like agree that you need to like use more harsh German words in your everyday life?
Yes.
Because you're like 1,000% German. There's like you have no other blood in you other than German. So, which I call her the Nazi all the time because she's that German.
I'm super German. I'm also part Austrian, but it just depends on where the border was.
But it's like, didn't I tell you, like, on your daily interactions with, like, Tori and stuff, I mean, you gotta, like, use, like, schnell! Or, like,
I was like,
random
and my answer to that was, nein!
Right, it was.
Gell, no, you betcha. Gell and nein. Yeah, those are about my German words. Let's see. And, Gary says, have y'all tried Bold Rock ciders?
I have not.
Cider beers are not my gig. Jimmy likes them. My brother likes them. But
he's pretty metro, though.
He is. But they're not my gig at all. Like, that's just not at all my thing.
No.
Like, I don't like cider beers. I like the seltzers. So.
No, I think that's nasty, too. So.
What a surprise. Wow. Mr. Basic Bitch, Natural Light, and Bud Light.
Should we do a shot of something tonight before we log off?
We totally should.
We've been going for like 43 minutes, plus the other part
Whatever. Of it. Yeah.
What do you want?
I don't know. Go pick something from the Barsenal. Since now because I have no idea how much liquor is sitting on my shelf. It's ridiculous. Because I'm not that big of a drinker.
Did like the dude that won the hat like ever respond or?
Well, he'll send a private message. I mean, because I'm not asking I'm not going to tell somebody, hey, please post your address.
Well, no, but I mean, did he send a private message?
I don't know.
Right,
I don't know because I can't. Yeah, we'll find out.
If you didn't, I guess we got a free hat to give away next week too. Right?
Yeah. So grab us a couple shot glasses.
Because I'm like out of beer, so.
Oh, okay. Go grab us a couple shot glasses and find something interesting, which there's plenty of, and I will answer any of your questions. And I'm sorry to be all salesy. Dude, I could answer most of the questions that were there tonight. Yeah.
I'm like, ask her. Trying to think of like a question.
I don't know. You know what you're probably going to do is you're probably going to jump on your phone and ask something silly while you're downstairs in the townhouse. Yeah. So there we go. But yeah, anyway, you guys feel free to drop in your questions, and I hope I don't lose most of you. But yeah, we're gonna. And in case you missed it, it was pretty funny. We actually did where we were taking a shot last week, and we made that the thumbnail picture of the episode. So that was kind of fun over on YouTube there as well. But I probably should drop you guys in some links here. And let's see, if you haven't subscribed to all of the things, then let's see. One of them, we're going to put out some new videos over on the Cars Racing Show YouTube channel. And you're going to want to check those out. Which, by the way, does anybody, if any of you happen to have old videos, like this is a totally separate topic, but if any of you happen to have old videos, like even if they're on VHS tapes or whatever, I have the Racing Rewind channel, and man, I would love to get some more videos up on the Racing Rewind channel, which is racingrewind.com, which redirects you over to YouTube. But I'm going to hit up here, and there we go. I'm going to drop in a link to the Cars Racing Show YouTube channel, so you can check that out. So let's see here. Kevin says, what can I do to get an advantage on my racers, on other racers? You know, a lot of that is your starting point, where you're starting from. I mean, anything you can do to really free up your car more. I mean, if you can get it down to where one person can push your race car, then you know you've got it free enough. And that's going to be, you know, where it's not just products that you buy. Some of it is just making sure that there's no bind in your suspension. But some of it, of course, is products, and it's the things that you do, making sure that everything is just free and ready to go. I mean, whether that's your rear end or your suspension or the lubricants, all of those are all important pieces. Let's see, Larry says, how often for valve spring change? It depends, Larry, if you're going to have if you have a 602 or whether you have a 604. So those 604 Beehive valve springs are actually pretty good springs. And regardless of which kind of springs, we do recommend that you want to check those on a weekly basis. So after a race weekend, having your on-the-car valve spring pressure tester, that's a really great way to go. And actually keep a log to see when your valve springs start dropping off, then that's a good time.
I'm going mini bottles. So I'm going rum chata and vodka.
Well, that's interesting. You know, like, okay, so I have these rum chata shot glasses that have a divider in the middle.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to be with something interesting. So
unlike vodka.
What do you want? Yeah, like something interesting with a flavor. I mean, I have like 19 flavors of vodka, and you picked out ones that don't have any flavor.
Well, there's like Finlandia wild berry.
Wild berry and wild berries and berries and cream, I suppose.
I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
All right, fuck it.
We'll try it. No. We'll do wild berries and cream. Let's do it. All right, so we've got rum chata. We're doing rum chata on one side. Okay. Oh.
More.
I have more alcohol left.
Need more rum chata.
I know. I have more alcohol left. There we go. Okay. All right, so we're doing, what is that, Finlandia?
Finlandia.
Okay.
All right, ready?
So this is an interesting, I'm just going to show you. See that it has two parts here?
Yeah.
So it is half and half. And then you drink it down the middle.
I thought it'd be interesting. I mean,
yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody, because we won't see anybody till after Christmas.
Boy, that is an interesting flavor.
Oh, I like that.
It's not terrible. Smells like perfume, but tastes like berries.
It does. It's really good, actually.
It's got this fragrance in your mouth. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow.
I've got good breath now.
All right. Let's see. I was asking earlier while you were gone if anybody has any videos for Racing Rewind. Because of course I would love to get some more.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We got to keep that thing going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Paul says, I think we have a couple of videos that show Steve when he raced at Santa Maria Speedway back in the early 90s. Paul,
that would be freaking awesome, dude, because like all my Santa Maria stuff that I had is like gone. I can't find it.
No, anymore. We haven't seen it. And we've had some from Antioch, San Jose,
Merced and Watsonville, and yeah, like my Santa Maria stuff's like not in, like I can't find it.
Well, and it's not just like Steve's racing. I just wanted to create a channel. Well, it was your idea,
just mine, yeah.
Right.
Like,
and I would love to see some more like where my dad was racing too. So I mean Iowa. Yeah. We need some more from the South as well.
Well, I mean like Burnhouse's got some, and then I got like my friend Bobby Hogue. He's like, oh yeah, I'll send you some, but he hasn't sent me any yet. So
yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. Anthony says, hi from the voice of Richmond Raceway and the ultimate heart of America. Merry Christmas.
Awesome.
Caution. He was cautioning us probably on our shots, but we did it. I live here, so I don't really have far to walk.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. It's really good. So I guess we could probably wrap this up, and it's been a wonderful show. You know, congratulations to the person who won the Make America Great Again hat.
You have all sorts of giveaway shit down here, don't you?
I do. Well, most of that's Crate Insider t-shirts.
Maybe Tuesday?
Top 5 Top 5 Tuesday if you catch us.
Well, you know what you can do for Top 5 Tuesday?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not going to.
It always cost me money. Okay.
Yeah. Give away like an assload of shit because it's Christmas.
Oh, that's really sweet. Okay. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, cool deal. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up. And cheers to everybody out there. Merry Christmas. Thank you for being part of the show. And we'll look forward to seeing you. I don't know. Are we going to do a show next Sunday?
Well, we would because it'll be before New Year's. So we got to
Yeah. I'm not working, but I can
get this shit after you're out the door. So we'll.
Yeah, we have to make sure. I'm staying up till 12:01 just to make sure that 2020
I'm with you.
Is definitely escorted.
Out the door.
Out the door. Out the door. Out the door.
Yep.
Alrighty. Thanks, you guys. And hey, look forward to seeing you next Sunday. I'll be back on Tuesday for the. Oh, we got one more question. Oh, okay. We got 2 more questions. Mm-hmm. Brett says, Steve, do you build motors for Bobby Hogue?
The original Bobby Hogue, not little Bobby, but big Bobby. I built engines for him for years, actually. And little Bobby, I built a lot of his late model stuff back, I'm going to say 12, 13 years ago. And then, like, currently we did, my brother did a carburetor for him and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they're IMCA out there.
But the IMCA stuff is like put a kink in the works for what we can do for them. But no, I mean, that's like Bobby and his whole family my family, his family were like really tight. So
yeah. Kevin says, my good friend just opened a track. It's a 1/4 mile. What gear do I need for a 602? And Kevin, I'm going to recommend that you go to our website, CrateInsider.com. Go to the tech articles and videos, and in there is the 602 recommendations.
Well,
and I would click on that.
Gear ratio, I mean, it's going to depend on what kind of car you use.
Oh, you mean gears?
Gear ratio.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. So when I hear gear, I mean just stuff.
No.
Okay.
No, it depends.
Okay.
It's good.
I'm hearing stuff. Okay.
Shit went straight to your head, didn't it?
Yes.
So it's going to depend on street stocks, late model. I mean, what weight rule. There's like so many different things.
Ask the promoter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't ask the promoter because promoters are like worthless.
Okay.
But
a racer.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Sorry.
Yeah, lots of variables there. Okay, let's wrap it up.
Done.
And I want to thank you guys all for being here. Thank you for being part of the show. And that's all I got. So Of course, join the email list, do all the things, and we will see you next time. Thanks. Have a great rest of your Sunday.
Later.
Bye.